Hey ladies, I'm back and I'm going to talk about what you do when you go through a breakup and what not to do. Don't post no sad quotes on Instagram. Stay away from Instagram. Stay away from the sad victim mentality. Oh, I'm going to level up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Be quiet about what you do. Act as if this breakup never happened. Now, behind the scenes, you do the inner work. You do your crying. You do your journaling. You do your soul healing stuff, because you need enough strength to back what you're doing. There's no such thing as going no contact, because if you're counting how long you went no contact, you're still having this person in your mind. So what you do is you level up by healing. Yes, you do your inner work, you do your journaling, you do your breath work, you do your meditations. All that is start to come as you go through the stages of grief, acceptance, and bargaining, and all that other stuff. When you go through all these stages, you go through the end, and the end stage is acceptance. And when you accept that the fact that the relationship is over, it's not the end of the world. But in the meantime, the worst thing you can do is energetically chase the person that left you. Energetically chasing means you may have blocked them, you may have stopped talking to them, you may have stopped answering their phone calls, but you're doing it to get something. If you're doing all this to get something, it's still energetically chasing. You have to level up so much that your life goes on and you take it as though it's just something that happened in your life that is over with. You don't go on social media and post all these negative texts. You don't bash him to his family. You don't go and spread rumors about him. You don't go and talk about all the bad he did, because what I've learned is once you start talking about the bad that happened in your relationship, people gonna start looking at you like, and you dealt with this? Okay, but he was the best thing in the world while you was together, and he was feeding your ego, but now he's gone. He did this, this, and this to me. But then it comes a point where you have to realize you allowed it. So we're going to stay away from victim mood. You got to get out of victim mood. When a woman becomes siren and pull her energy back, and when you sit in your meditations, or when you crying out to God, or when you journaling and you get all that baggage out of your system, you start to heal. And the thing is, when you break up with a man, it's not the man that you're breaking up with. You're breaking up with a pattern. Because if you start to break up with a man and then you go to another man with that same wounding that attracted you to that first man, you're going to meet the same man in a different face, a different body. He's going to have the same characteristics. He's going to act the same. He's going to treat you the same. And your nervous system is going to respond the same. So now you're back in that pattern. And then the guy that you broke up with is looking at you like, you could have just let me run all over top of you. Why did you get another me? Why? I mean, he's just like me. Break up with that pattern. You have to go deep into yourself to realize that the reason why you are attracted to this type of guy is because of your wounding, because of the pattern that was instilled in you. And once you reroute that pattern that attracted you to that man, you'll start to elevate. So say if the guy you attracted was on level 3. You only attracted him because you was on the level 3 energetically, not your face, not your body, not your education. A lot of us women are very educated. That does not mean that you're not wounded in the inside. That means that you are just a woman that's looking for love in all the wrong places, basically, so to say. You're running from yourself. You don't know how to regulate your nervous system, and you don't know what's safe. So when you meet a man that takes you on that spiritual high, then take you on that spiritual low, you think that's love. It's a dopamine hit. It's not. It's a trauma bond. But we don't know no better because we wasn't taught like that. A lot of us, these patterns is passed down from our mothers. I know I was raised with a single mother. I didn't see a man in the household treating my mother nice, so I didn't know how it felt to be treated nice by a man. I actually have abandonment issues from my father, so I attract my mother's patterns. So it came down so deep that it was like rooted in me at birth some way, somehow. But it's fine because it's gone. It's healed. That pattern is broken. So the type of men that I attract now is nothing like the pattern. Not the man, the pattern. Because I was in maybe 3 long-term relationships before this. And all of them were giving me less than what I deserved. But how I did not know, because I did not know what I deserved. I did not know how a man was supposed to treat a woman. I did not know that even though the man of the household, the woman is the center, the woman is the heart of the household. The man can be the house, but the woman is the center that makes it a home. The woman makes it feel nurturing. It makes it feel comfortable. But only when that man is the shell, only when that man is the hard shell that's containing the feminine woman in the inside. I had a mother that was hardworking. She did everything for us. She never needed a man. Of course, none of us need men, but even when she dated men, her relationship patterns was not the best. And I learned that from her, and she was a very sweet, soft-spoken woman. I became a very sweet, soft-spoken woman. And by me being that sweet, soft-spoken woman, I attract aggressive men. I thought it was a thing of protection. You ever see movies, you know, from high school, and then the cheerleader always date the jock, the bad guy? I always dated the bad guy. The one in school that got suspended or got kicked out for a fight, or the one that was stealing cars when he was 16, you know, street guys. They the type of guys that I was attracted to, because there was something about that wounding that I looked at that like I can help him. I could fix him. We can't fix nobody. But anyway, so what I was saying is, say if that type of energy that I carried, that I just told you about, was on the third level, the third floor of a building with 10 floors. And I happened to meet a man on the third floor, which is the man that I was attracted to, the man that left, the reason why I'm going through the breakup or whatever. How can you meet a man on the fourth and fifth floor if you're stuck on the third? So what happens is, when you heal, when you ask God to come in and take that pattern away from you, and you ask God to heal you deep within, you start to heal that pattern. As you start to heal that pattern, you walk up to the fourth floor, to the fifth floor, to the sixth floor. Now you meet men on this level, men that gives you real security, men that gives you real stability, men that you don't have to question, is this love? It'll just feel soft. It'll feel natural. It'll feel divinely guided. You won't be dysregulated. It'll actually be boring. Not like he don't take me nowhere boring. It's like boring. It's like no chaos. The water is still. It's calm. You won't have the regular cycle of men that you used to date. But that can only happen when you step into your feminine energy of not chasing. You have to learn how to stop chasing with energy, not physical. Anything on the outside that you do physical does not work. It have to always be energy. It's always on a spiritual level first. As so above as below. You cannot change the outside of you without changing your mindset, without changing the inside of you. And when you change the way you think, and then it kind of redirects you on another path, and it's going to hurt a little bit, because you're going to go through an ego death. Ego death is just where everything you thought was real is being revealed to you that it's not. The things that you used to crave before you went through this, you're going to realize you don't want it no more. The people that you used to hang out with, you're going to realize that they don't excite you no more. The drama that you used to be attracted to, you're no longer amused by that. So you're going to go through an ego death, and it's going to entail some pain. You know, I remember when I was going through my healing stages, I was reading this book called The Crushing by T.D. Jakes, and he talked about how the grapes had to be crushed into wine. And that is so true. If you are going through a process of transformation, you have to be crushed into wine. And when I tell you, when you allow God to come through and renew your spirit and renew your heart, it's nothing in this world that's going to pull you back to what you've been through. It's nothing in this world that's going to pull you back to that familiar pattern. The pattern won't even be familiar no more. You'll be in a whole nother frequency. You won't even have to bash men that's on a lower level of you energetically. And I don't like women when they be like, this man did this man did that. Yeah, he did, but he was your lesson. Take it as though it was school. Life is school. I went to class. I learned my lesson. Only then can you be free from this soul tie, when you learn the lesson. So it's like God will keep giving you the same lesson over and over and over again until you realize something is wrong with you. It's not the man. Something is wrong with you because you keep attracting the same man. The only thing wrong with you is that you didn't realize that you need healing. That's it. So once you realize that, you need healing because you're whole and complete how you are right now. It's nothing that you need to fix, other than the fact that you need to realize that you're whole and complete just the way you are. But when we go through wounding as a child, it kind of sticks with us through adulthood, and it puts a mask over our face that don't allow us to know how perfect we are, how beautiful we are, how we divine. I can't say this enough. A woman is the most precious thing on this earth. We birth life. We birth human souls. You are definitely needed. And you're highly supported by the universe. You're highly supported by God. We're more spiritually connected to men because we have an open portal, which is our sexual energy and our vaginas. Use that to your advantage. I'm not saying withhold sex from a man, but what I'm saying is use your femininity, your feminine energy to attract the type of man that you deserve. But how would you know what type of man to attract if you don't know what you deserve? So what you do is you start within you. Start here. Start loving yourself. The more you love yourself, the more men will love you. Have you ever realized that if you're insecure, you date an insecure man? They may be abusive. They may go through your phone. They may call you all types of freaks and say you mess with Tom, Dick, and Harry. A wounded woman would say, oh, he loved me. He is all up in my business, girl. He won't let me breathe. A healed woman will run for the hills because you're insecure. But he's insecure because you attracted him from your insecurity. Heal that. As above, so below. When you start to heal, the inside of you starts to radiate a frequency that only a healed man can hear. He can only hear it, see it, feel it. So that's how you change the type of man that you date. You don't change the places you go. You don't change, the type of man. You don't physically change it, is what I'm saying. You change your inside spiritually. You elevate that way energetically, and your soul will call you to these places where, you might meet a man that, be like, it's something about her. I don't know what it is, but it's something about her. Don't matter how you look. Of course, as a healed feminine woman, we're going to always carry ourselves accordingly. But what I'm saying is it could be two women, twins, look just alike. One have a healed spirit, one have an unhealed spirit. The man with the healed spirit is going to be attracted to the twin with the healed spirit, regardless of what she look like. Because it's something in you. It's the God in me. Remember that song? It's the God in me. It's the godness. It's the goddessness in you that's going to attract the God in the man. So you don't have to worry about, will I find another man or will I find a man? Yes. Because if you have the desire to be loved, that desire also is waiting for you. The desire is already placed in the universe before you even have the desire. So don't worry about, are you going to elevate and find another man? That man is going to find you.